This video and all content is made possible by our Patreon subscribers. For $3 a month, you can help keep the lights on here at From North to Wharf. Thank you for your ongoing support.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial one-stop destination for bento box information. As always, I am JB.
I'm Adam, sitting in for Mike.
Yep, the great Zen Master Flash is here to grace us with his presence while Mike takes a little bit of some time off. He said at some point he'll let everyone know what's going on, but for right now, he's going to just take his time for himself, and we're going to let him do that. But if you liked the new intro, including Dancing Felix, Piano Playing Calvin, and the Home Alone, you can thank Mike for all that. He put all that together because he's like, I got to do some stuff behind the scenes since they won't be on screen. So that's his contribution. It was very, very, very cool. I like the Home Alone bit. He was nervous people wouldn't dig it, but I think it looks really good.
That had to have taken him forever.
Cello. Glad you like it. Yeah, he tried doing Procreate Animate to make that, and he's like, it took him a couple hours, I think, just to put that together. So it's like a whole new respect for what the people at Bob's do. Hey,
yeah.
Toasty. Hey, Abby. Hey, Homer. Hey, everybody. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a loosey-goosey Monday because we didn't really have any new episodes, so there's nothing really new to report. We just had some reruns. But there is some cool merch on the horizon. We'll get into Adam's little trash panda that showed up in the mail. And then we'll go into a little bit of, my family does this Thanksmas celebration, which is Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I got this for Christmas. The all-new 2025 calendar. Speaking of calendars, we're running a contest. And if you're not playing, you're dumb. Because you could win one of these. Or the desk calendar with all 365 days. So we're giving away 2 of them in a pair each. So you and a friend could get either one of these or 2 of the desktop ones. And we'll be announcing the winners to that on the 13th. So, I mean, it's nice. I really like the packaging on this bad boy. They use no plastic.
Oh, nice.
So it's a biodegradable sticker, and it even says here like plastic-free packaging. So it comes with this little envelope that your calendar sits in, mud stains, and that goes right into the calendar, which I always love. Stickers again. Oh, there's some good ones. They always put the Coochie Kopi one in there. And they put the Flying Burger ones. They did some good stuff this year.
I love their calendars. Mel's the last couple of years has got me the desktop and the hanging one.
Both. AJ, it is US only just because there's no way we'd be able to get it to you before the new year.
Customs and all that. I ordered
something from Etsy and it said that it might get here by Christmas. So we wanted to make sure that when you get the calendars, you'll get them in time for the new year and to start it off. Otherwise, it may not go as well as you think. So yeah, it is for US only, unfortunately for right now. But if you do like the calendar and like to get one, Amazon does have them, and they are on Cyber Monday sale right now. Which at least this one is. The desktop one is not. So the desktop one I have not gotten yet. But I really love this artwork they did for this one with the pigeon on the light. I really think they outdid themselves with that.
Ooh, that's a good idea, Abby.
Oh, that is a good
idea. Save the
idea.
days from the daily calendar. I have all of last year saved, and up until today, this year's. I have no idea what to do with them.
We have been using them to package giveaways.
Oh, nice. That's a good idea.
So we throw in like a bunch of them, and then usually like stickers, and then the prize that we are giving away, and then seal it up.
Sweet.
Yep. But that's how we've been using them. And then I've been using them for another project, which maybe someday I'll get to talk about. But for right now, I just use some of the images because they are all different, so I can use them for different things. So, but I like that idea, Abby, about using them for stickers because it is a smart idea. They're pretty cool. I've seen people Mod Podge them onto like tables or like boards and stuff and make artwork out of them. So you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it.
You could cut out the characters and make a Mod Podge them onto a corkboard for a pin board.
You really could, honestly. That's not a bad idea. It'd be a really cool pin board too, with all the Belchers on it and all the different designs and pest vans and the pest vans. I may have to do that. I have a small bulletin board that I'm trying to collect all of Toddland's pest vans. So yeah, that'd be a good idea actually. Is just make the whole hodgepodge of that and use that. I saved last year's to make stickers out of them. Yeah, my partner and I have Thanksgiving shirts. Yes. Oh, nice. Very cool, Cello. Yeah, we're super excited to see people start getting their shirts and stuff like that. And
I need to get on your page and order some.
And as
I like that marshmallow one.
Yeah, as Mike has said, we just posted that we're gonna take those Halloween and Thanksgiving ones down. Once I think he said Friday they're gonna come down. Just because we want to kind of just make more room for the Christmas stuff that we'll be coming out with, I think, on Friday. For Patreon people, go ahead and check your Patreon because I think Mike is going to post those designs for you guys earlier so you can see what they look like and I think jump on board to get them maybe a day or two before other people can, but we'll see what that's looking like. I know he's working on that now. So
I want to say he may have already put it on there. I got a email earlier, like an hour or two ago,
he
from
said he was
Patreon
going to, so that way I think you guys can see them ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
But real excited about those. It was a lot of fun doing them. The turnaround is really tough between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it was just like finish those up. You get like 2 or 3 weeks to come out with like 5 or 6 new ones and drop those. So what we will do is bring out the best ones from this year's designs for next year. So they'll come out at Thanksgiving. And then we might do like a poll, like which one would you want brought back out of the ones that we don't bring back. And that'll be like the Disney Vault kind of thing. It's like, oh, we'll bring it out of the vault because you wanted it. And then it'll go back in. And we do want to rework some designs. Some of them were like, oh, this is the best we can come up with for right now. But that doesn't mean we can't make them better. Because after we, of course, put out Halloween ones, we're like, oh, we could have done this, and these. And then we're like, oh, well, what if we change the Belchers costumes? We could totally do different costumes for every year with the Peanuts ones. So we talked about doing that. We talked about doing different scenes and different things. So you'll see more and more stuff as we do that. Oh, is it up? Nice. Oh, thanks, AJ. We've been really trying to kind of do some fun stuff and kind of make it our own. Oh, you Warriors on Thanksgiving? Awesome. I really liked a lot of the ones that we did, especially the Great Pumpkin. That one might be one of my favorites. And it was really cool to see that Larry ended up getting one of those for his son, so it was cool. They're all being pulled on by a Sunday. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Sunday is when Mike said he was going to pull them. Need to order my shirt, too. I finally got my name. Nice, Abby. Which one is Abby going to get, though? That's the question.
Marshmallow is my guess.
Yeah, the marshmallow one was fun. I really enjoyed that one a lot.
That's probably my favorite one.
Trial and error. There's 5 Christmas ones up, I believe. I think there is. What do we get? Yeah, there's like the Bleakin one, Spirits of this Christmas of the Season, the Glencrest Yacht, Twinkly Lights, and What's Under the Tree. Yeah, those should be the 5. Yeah, we did find out about that a little bit, Homer. Let's not ruin all of the spoilers with it. A lot of people are excited for this Christmas episode. We knew the chocolate feeding the dog part. They did say that in one of the synopsises, but I am curious to kind of see how this plays out and what it actually is all about. I know they're seeing Christmas lights, so it's a good little tradition. It should be fun. Christmas is how you get my money. Literally, it's like the Fry meme. Shut up and take my money. Yeah.
I'm waiting on that shirt to come in from Todd.
Oh, Marshmallow's not up? Abby, just ask. I'm sure Mike can get that going. So I'll check that one out and see. We're also running a promo with Toddland, and Todd's going to come on tonight. And he's going to talk about all the kind of stuff that's going on in Toddland, so we'll be able to hear what he's doing and planning for and stuff like that. He'll be on at 8:30 to help us just chit chat, since there's no new episodes really to talk about. Mostly it's just going to be talking Bob's, mostly about different things that we're going to see, maybe with this Christmas episode, and what we might see into the new year. Promo, sheet shock, Universal Basic Guys, just kind of like.
Well, they can't see it.
Yeah. We'll see what they do with Universal Basic Guys. We still haven't seen that episode yet that all of our friends saw at the premiere and really enjoyed. So I'm curious to see how that all looks. But how'd you guys end up liking the last couple episodes of Bob's? Because I really think as season 15 has gone on, it's been really cool to see.
It's 8:16 for us, AJ.
Yeah, 8:16. How late is it for you? I hope it's not super late. Usually in Europe, it's late.
It's it could be about 1.
Yeah. Hello, chatters. Remember, thumbs up, live stream. Yes, please do that. All of this, just to make sure that they get it. I mean, we're excited to see where they go with Bob's into the new year, because there will be a whole nother half of the season that they're going to show off, because we're only on episode 9. We know we're going to get 22. So it's going to be interesting to see. I know we've got our buddy Brian's episode coming up, and they're all waiting at Bob's for Fox to drop the scheduling. So it's just going to be about waiting. Oh, 1:16. Yeah, that's a little late. Could possibly able to air. Maybe. We'll see what they do. I know they're trying to spread out episodes, but we are supposed to get a full season. Plus, we don't know if the Great North is coming back in January. I know they said it's coming back, but we haven't seen anything yet. And that was the interesting thing about Fox's lineup schedule. They didn't release anything about Animation Domination whatsoever. So we're still kind of in the dark about that. Just pray that we don't get a repeat of what's happening earlier in the year last season. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't get a bunch of hiatuses. I know football at that point, we're heading into playoffs and stuff, so it's a possibility.
Last year, there wasn't a big part of it because of the strikes, and they just didn't have enough made.
Yeah, I do think that was a big thing that Big played into that too, because they just didn't have enough episodes. They couldn't go to rewrites.
Yeah, I feel like this year is going to be kind of normal, where we get one at the beginning of January. They go on break for a month or 2. We'll probably get a Valentine's episode, and then 2 or 3 weeks off again, and then back to normal. Hopefully.
Yeah, usually the spring and summer, it stays pretty normal. Oh, AJ, I've been rewatching it. I've been really watching The Great North a lot with the reruns. We rewatched season 15 last weekend and rewatched all the Thanksgiving ones. And now I was working through the Christmas ones, because we'll probably do Christmas trivia this month at some point. But yeah, I've been watching a ton of it. And it's such a good show. The last 2 seasons of The Great North really just kind of took off. And were so good. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some more news about The Great North and when it's coming back. I would love some new episodes of that to come on real quick.
You should reach out to Wendy.
Oh, I know. I may have to ask. Maybe shoot them a message and be like, do you know if it's coming back yet or not, and when? I've been watching a ton of Moon Court. I love that Moon Court episode. It's so fun. Overruled. Sustained.
I need to go back and watch Great North more.
Really, AJ? It's easier for you to rewatch Great North than Bob's. People seem to
I'm the opposite.
Bob's. I'm actually more awake for Great North reruns if I'm getting sleepy than I am Bob's. I think it's because I've seen Bob's so many times. that it just kind of lulls at some point, me back to sleep. Ooh, Toasty one. Hot takes since Mike's not here.
Those are fighting words.
The Great North is even better than Bob's. I'd say in some way, yeah, in their own right, they can be. I think certain episodes, they really do outshine it. And it's like, it's just different. The writing's different. The jokes are different. It's just, I know people like lumping them together because they look similar because it's made by the same studios and same people, but they are very different shows. And I'm glad people are starting to see it. Anything you know is fantastic. I agree with that too. Parks and Rec is amazing.
I have fallen asleep to Parks and Rec every night for the last 4 years. I don't know why, but
yeah.
During my transplant, when I was in the hospital, I really wanted to watch Bob's and Parks and Rec, and I couldn't get Parks and Rec.
No,
so like
Paramount
when I got home, I started falling asleep to it, and that's just been my go-to for the last 4 years.
It's like picking your favorite child. Yeah, a little bit. Both of them I like equally, just in different ways. I don't know. Like Bob's can be the more of a comfort show sometimes, but there are some amazingly funny Great North episodes where it's just like, if I really need to laugh, I'll throw on one of those. Like Moon Court, and it just does a great job. And there are sometimes where I just want to sit and I want to look for all the Bigfoots. So I will just sit there and look for them.
Bigfoots? Big feets?
Big feces? Sasquatches?
What's the plural of Bigfoot?
Oh, that's a good question. And would they call them like what, like a gaggle or a pack or a pod?
What are gorillas? I forget.
Ooh. Now
I feel like it'd be the same as whatever a group of gorillas is called.
Now I'm curious what that is. I'm going to have to look that up in a second, see what we get with that. What is a group of gorillas called? Let's see.
See, when I hear moon
a band, a troop, or a whoop?
A troop. That's the one only one I've heard.
I'd be interested too, like, because I know they call it whoops when they do like the cries and the yells out into the trees. Bob's is always my go-to, but I love Great North. I definitely need more of it. I'm excited for this next season. Plus, the script covers look so good. They look so good for the Great North. And I know Will Strode's putting those together, but they look really good. Like the Anchorman one, the last couple, like Life Aquatic, has looked really good. They're just really nailing the script covers. And as much as Bob's has some amazing script covers from Simon and all the other guys who used to do them, the Great North ones have always been really good looking. Bigfoot is a plural like moose. I believe it is, Abby. I believe you might be right. If Mike was here, he would tell you to be quiet. But I will give you the credit for probably being right. Big feets, Bigfoots, Sasquatch High. The only other Great North, only to find out. It might. It may. But they said January. So I really think I may have to hold them to that. It could be them showing a rerun, though, on the 22nd, if they do come back early. Just because it'd be weird to start it and then have a huge break. I think they did that last year with the Great North and Bob's, and people were just thrown off.
Yeah, that's how you lose viewers, too.
Yeah, well, the amount of questions that me and Mike would just be fielding, like, is Bob's done? Is it over? What's going on?
Yeah.
Are they on a break? And it's like, yes, they're on a break. It's a
That's how it was in my Facebook group.
Yeah.
Every week, too, like this past week on Sunday night. Why is there not a new episode? Is there a new episode of Bob's on tonight?
Nope.
Google, man. Look it up.
Google that. You'll get it. Speaking of the merch and stuff coming out, do you got your little dude with you?
Should I show the accessory or no?
Let's leave the accessory. I know some people have shown it on your group page, but he looks so good.
He's so soft and fluffy. I love his little tail. It's so floofy.
I wonder if he'll come with a Gary someday or an El Diablo.
El Diablo would be cool. Actually, both. You know what I would really like? We should mention this to Todd. We need a little baby pudding snatcher and her babies.
I think he might be aware. I think little Mama Pudding Snatcher should have pudding, like a cup of pudding she's holding.
Yeah.
And then I think the baby should just be like little extras. So you have to buy the 3 of them separate. But my goal is also to get a box at Christmas and some cardboard and make the Belcher's dumpster and put him in it.
I feel like you could probably find an already made dumpster box.
Yeah, but you're not going to get all.
But you'd have to order it.
Plus, I want to spray paint a little Ghost Boy on it.
Yes, I did love that he had that Ghost Boy on the dumpster for the bag for like the grocery tote.
It was such a good little nod because I'm like, dude, there needs to be more Ghost Boy. I'm not, and maybe you guys can weigh in on this. Would you buy a Ghost Boy shirt? Because I've tried to see if he'd be interested in doing a
100%.
Ghost Boy shirt. Just a black spray paint tag Ghost Boy. I think there's enough people that know what it is that they would be about it. You can't store El Diablo. You can be in the same bin. That's not true. You could not. But you don't want the king deposed. That, and I need to get like a wine glass. I'm sure I could find one of those with like wine in it that doesn't pour out or anything and give it to the king. He likes red wine. A little too much.
You can always make your own if you can find a little glass. Just use a little paint on paint the inside of it.
Christine, that's one of my favorite bits. When we had Brian Husky on, I definitely asked him, like, so what was it like being Google? Because he did that little bit where he was like, ask Google anything, and they would just be like, what is this? What is that? And he's like, oh my God, I can't do this. But he was like the person representation of Google, just yelling at people like, just stop asking this dumb question, please. How many cups are in a pint? How many this and that? I do love that there's literally a website, Google this for me. And literally it's just someone will type it in to the Google search bar for you.
It's like Ask Jeeves.
Literally.
Google this for me, please.
Ghost Boys on it. Oh, Marlena, you're doing it too.
Oh, yeah.
This guy right here put one on one of my street signs. I see it every time I take my son on a walk.
You used to see my neighborhood. When Mel and I take the Peanut, our dog, for a walk, I usually will have a Ghost Boy sticker in my pocket. I've hit every sign in my neighborhood, at least on our route, and it's been there for years now. It's funny because Todd, like, I'll order something randomly throughout the year, and like 2 or 3 Ghost Boy stickers will be in there that I didn't order because he just knows.
That's what you're up to. I have 2 or 3 that I've put out, but I know I have my pin. I think I have a Ghost Boy pin. I think. Or
you do, and I'm jealous.
Did he not do one? I may have to ask him about that too. But I agree that it should be a Ghost Boy pin.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a Ghost Boy pin from you. I also want the woodchuck pin that you have with the googly eyes.
That was a random Comic-Con one. They used to be bountiful online.
Cannot find it.
That's just weird because there used to be so many of them. Like you could find like they're just like the same guy had like so many of them. I almost bought one as a giveaway because I'm like, this is so cool. But yeah, he's right there on my vest. His googly eyes have been pushed in, but he's hanging in there.
Hey, you can always pop them off, buy some more.
Yeah, I could probably pop them off. I mean, he is really good quality. I do think that it would almost be like, could we bring back old pins? Like redesign them or just bring like them back in like just a couple hundred, like just 200.
Yeah, there's so many of the old ones that I don't have that I would love to get.
I have one that's Tina as Liberace.
I've seen that one.
Costume contest where they're like this and they have the whole cape. I have that one. I think Todd gave me that a long time ago. And a Meat Man from a long time ago. He was just like,
oh, Meat Man would be cool.
Forget what I did. I did something and he was just like, Meat Man. he like had it like just in his overalls and just handed it out.
Oh wait. Oh no.
Oh no.
My coochie cookie lost a back.
Oh no. I got plenty of those.
Yeah, I do too.
All the characters who will reappear in season 15 of Bob's Burgers. I'm excited for Skip to come back around. I'm really excited for Skip. Skip is one of my kind of like favorite characters. It's only been in 2 episodes, but I do love that he's such a Bob supporter.
He is.
Wants
Good
to do
things
so
happen
many
when
things
Skip's
for him.
around.
He's just. I almost want Skip to get Bob to do so many different things and get him recognized a little bit because he does deserve it so much. What collection video? You mean like going through our collections? Oh God. Mine would be nowhere as big as Adam's.
That's what you said? Yeah, it would take a while for me to do a video. I need to clean in here too.
Yeah. Todd said it's spinning. I'm putting everything together. So he's waiting to get in.
Do you have to let him in?
I will once he gets in. I haven't seen him yet.
I wonder if he'll have to leave like I did and come back.
I'm wondering if I have to send him another link. So give me just a second. Really quick. I'll do that while we're here. But no, I'm interested to see what we end up getting. Be right back, guys. I'm just going to send him a quick link. You can still hear me. I know my camera's off, though.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, give me just a second.
I was hoping to turn my camera around and do a little tour thing while you're doing that, but I'll see if you guys can see this way. There's my kid robots. If anybody has an extra Speedo guy, that's the only one I need to complete the entire collection of kid robots.
Oh, yeah, I know you're looking for just a few. Oh,
I got them. There's my guys down here.
There's the Chef Cat. Yeah, I have a Chef Cat.
Oh, you did get a box?
On eBay for $14.
You got one?
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Like, he was really just like, I don't know what to do with this. And I was like, I've been looking for one for like a year.
I've been trying to find one for you.
He just put it on a bid. The only one that's online is $475.
Yes. I was Christmas shopping for you the other day, and that was one of the first things I looked up, and I got excited because I saw it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not paying that much. I like you, but not that much.
That's okay. I wouldn't allow you to. But no, I snagged one, luckily, online for $14.
That's amazing.
It was like start bidding at $1, and I was like, why is no one bidding? I was like, I'll just say 15.
They didn't know what it was. Muppet guy. I want to show you the only 2 Muppet guys I have.
Yeah, the only 2 that matter.
They sit there and judge me.
All right, let's welcome the big man. So, guys, Todd's going to pop in from Toddland and tell us about all the cool stuff with Little King Trash Mount, things that are going on in his world. So, without further ado, there's good old Todd. Nice sweater.
Hey, buddy.
Howdy. It's Stupid Sexy Flanders.
It's super cool, though.
Stupid Flanders.
I mean, he's stupid and he's sexy and he's Flanders. And my friend who works for Hot Topic sent me another little Stupid Sexy Flanders.
Nice.
I now made it to the desk.
Nice.
Yeah, like for some reason I never got that one because he was like a con exclusive, but she works for Hot Topic, so I was like, okay. What were you guys saying about Chef Cat?
Was looking for a Chef Cat box forever, and I found one online for like $15.
This?
Of course.
I mean, this one still got the food in it too.
So does mine.
Mine does
Yeah.
too.
I'm excited about that.
I'd probably open the bottom of that and throw that food out, but
Nah.
I mean, it's legitimately like real cat food, but it's sealed in like a Friskies bag, So what we did is we wanted to sell real cat food, and obviously we don't know how to make cat food. So we went to the dollar store and bought out all the dollar stores of all the dollar bags of like Friskies that they had. And that's what's in there is an actual bag of like Friskies cat food. So it's real cat food. It's just in the Chef Cat box because somebody did an unboxing online and they got super mad at us. And they opened it and they're like, well, it's literally just cat food. And we're like, well, we told you it was cat food. And they're like, yeah, but it's cat food. We're like, well, yeah, we told, we didn't lie to you. We told you it was cat food. Like, why does it thought to be something different? We're like, why would it be something different if we told you we sold you cat food? And they're like, it's also expired cat. Yeah, they're like, it's expired cat food. We're like, you're buying the box. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
You're buying the box. It's more of a novelty item. What did they think it was like?
But I think
little burger candies or something.
I have no clue. I mean, we have so much stuff like that I don't even like. I mean, I've still got the rubber duck cookie from the movie premiere. I wouldn't eat these.
Online.
I'm sure. But yeah, I have so much random stuff like just laying around that I need to like go through and clean, but we'll get to it when we get to it. So how are you guys?
Someone's for cat food for humans. Yes, it's not for humans. I mean, you could consume it. Todd's telling you not to though, because it's old. But yes, Christine,
it was expired like 5 years ago when we bought it, so.
Because the one box that's available online right now on eBay is going for $475.
So what you're saying is I should put them all back on the site for $10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, we literally just printed them down the street. Like, that's the funny part about us is like, yeah, like I can just make more of them. Like, we all made them. They came out around like, I don't remember when we packed those. But yeah, it was literally just me and my friends watching TV, and we were just building cat food boxes and packing them because they all came in flat and we had to glue them all together. So we bought like all the double face tape we could possibly get on Amazon, and then we just handmade them all because they would have gotten damaged from the factory shipping them here. So
for sure.
Yeah, we're very Etsy, but not like it's kind of how it works here.
I almost texted you the other day to see if you had a random one laying around because I wanted to get it for JB for Christmas because I didn't realize he had one yet.
Yeah, no, we're just now starting to go through the archive of stuff and finding things. Because now that we've like moved out of the one warehouse, we're down to like 3 storage spaces now, and then we're warehousing stuff here at the office. And as we're going through, we're trying to put stuff up online and clear through stuff. Because like now we've got way more fans than we had back in the day. And we got to be careful too. If we did something as a limited edition, we won't redo it. So like if it was limited, we'll put the extra stuff up, but we won't remake it. Mm-hmm. So we've got some of that stuff. So there's some stuff right now that'll pop up like this week and next week probably, just depending upon as I get to it. Because right now it was just project ship out all the hoodies. And then we're in project ship out all the raccoons, the Saggy Naggies for Family Guy, and the Ruperts for Family Guy. And now we're in the why didn't you make more? I missed this phase of getting yelled at.
Yeah.
And we're debating if we're going to do a reorder on the hoodies and the raccoons. But we've already got the other 3 plush in work for next year. So, not sure.
I'm excited for next year.
I have 2 ideas I think could be fun, just as a joke. A little itty-bitty, like, piece of paper that you just print off a bunch that literally just say, like, your package was hand packaged by Todd, and you just throw one in there once in a while.
Fortune cookie size?
Yeah, or it's just, like, made by my hands.
Well, the original concept was everything was going to ship from the restaurant. It was all going to ship from the basement of Bob's Burgers, and Gene was going to pack it all, and the kids were going to pack it all. So it would all come like from Bob's Burgers restaurant, but our location here, and it would all be like packed like it came from the kids from the restaurant.
That'd be
what happened
fun.
is like the packaging gets. That's what was supposed to happen. Like we were going to do that for each show, but what ended up happening is we kind of have the same approach as Lego. We have to ship things in plain packages because they're less likely to get stolen. The cooler something looks, the more likely it is to get swiped. So that's why like Lego ships everything in plain brown boxes. That's why we use like boring white ends. For the plush, we'll ship the bright colors, but for everything else, like that's why it doesn't say Bob's Burgers or Family Guy or anything like that on it, just because it's more likely to get stolen. Plus, people buy things as gifts. So like if a Bob's Burgers box shows up at your porch right now, it's probably a gift for somebody, and you don't want them to see that it says Bob's Burgers on it. So
Exactly. My other thought would be, see, there was that one, and you were just talking about. Darn, it'll come back to me. It'll come back. But someone was suggesting mystery boxes of old stuff that you just have left over.
yeah, well, we do the. Yeah, I always feel bad about those though. Like, I mean, we'll sell the kid robots.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
as those are on reorder. Those are on reorder right now. We just don't have them on the site because Toddland has a new rule now. We're trying not to do pre-orders. We're trying to just wait till everything's in stock. But with the blind boxes, we'll stick to those probably being the kid robot ones. And then the old mystery stuff, I always feel bad about the kids that buy like the big blind boxes at the cons for like $70. And you get like a pint glass and then something that's at Five Below and then like something else kind of random. I'd rather just have you buy it for $5. Like build your own box. Like buy 9 things that are $5 and build your own $45 box kind of thing. Cause then you know what you're getting. Like I've always felt kind of bad about those things. We may do something eventually like that with the pins and stuff, but I don't know. We did find the pin archive the other day. I found one of them, but we're trying to find the other one right now. So a lot of the old pins will eventually be going back up with just the extras that we keep. Because we keep between 6 and 12 of everything. Because sometimes the shows and like the licensors, like who we sign the contracts with, they need samples and stuff. So we usually keep a few extras of everything. There's some stuff this season that we don't have any of that I don't even have a sample of. So things are a little crazy. So we got to go through that because people are like, do you have this? And I'm like, I think so, but I don't know. So if we try to keep 1 or 2 of everything forever. But other than that, we usually have some stuff left over. So like I've got a few raccoons left, and then I think we'll probably do another Wheelie Wednesday this Wednesday.
Oh, very cool.
We'll drop another case because I think I have a case left. So we may drop that because that'll make it in Christmas for people. So
I'm gonna be that guy. If you have any character pillows of the little Gene Dad that you find that's extra that you don't need to keep, let me know. I'll buy it from you.
That one we have one of because they were for cast and crew. It was for Brunch Squatch was for cast and crew.
Yeah.
We did Brunch Squatch for cast and crew for I forget what season that was, but that just went to Bento, and I have one of those. I know I have one of Travel Size Bob. I don't know if I have any more of those, but I can look.
I was actually surprised. I found 2 of the Brunch Squatch online because I got one and then got JB one.
Yeah, those are hard to get. Even I only have one of those.
Yeah, JB got the Mr. Business for me.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get one of Jim Business. He's been tough to find.
Yeah, I have to look and see if I've got any of those. They're all literally sitting in the other room in you guys will laugh. There's just like 3 IKEA bags of plush. Like there's so much stuff just sitting
Mikey
there.
sent us a picture of that.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And like over here, I've got a whole box of like Ruperts, like all the Ruperts that are like $500 that are sold out. They're just sitting in an IKEA bag right on the other side of my desk. I just got to go through them. And we usually put that stuff back up at regular price. But I think what we might do with the pins is we might put them up at like 15 or 20 for the archive pins that we have.
I do 20 at least.
We just don't want to gouge anybody, but I think that's kind of fair for something that's been sold out for so long. Like we have stuff from the very first season. And
$20 would be a good deal for something that's archived.
Yeah,
especially for your fans, they'll pay $20 for a pin that they really want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
especially the old ones.
That and what we kind of want to do too is I think if we make them $20, then it keeps it to the people that really want them. Mm-hmm. If we make them 12, everybody will just buy all of them just to have them.
And it kind of leaves out the flippers a little bit too.
Yeah, because like if that's the one you're really looking for, like you'll spend $20 on it. But if you're like, I'm not really sure, like you're not going to spend it. So I'm like, that might kind of keep everybody out. So I see a very pink and green hoodie there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm actually looking on my vest. I'll say because I spent $40 on the Tina sign pen, the yellow one.
Oh yeah, I got a handful of those left too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
most of that stuff.
That one.
Yeah, well, that was the first thing we sold out of that in like under a minute. Like that one went out right away. And we kind of expected Gold Rudy too, and it didn't. Like we're still sitting on Gold Rudy pins,
which is surprising.
Which is super surprising. And then because that one's cool. And then we did the gold Brian and Stewie, and those sold out right away too. So there's a lot of stuff we're working on right now. And then for Comic-Con next year, there's a lot of changes happening. All good. But a couple of things we might be doing is the pre-orders are going to get pulled way up. So it's not going to be like 4th of July weekend. It'll probably be like end of May for Comic-Con. And then our goal is to have no pickups at Comic-Con. So our goal is you get everything 2 weeks before con.
So you can wear it there.
So you can wear it there and you don't have to wait in our line. So the flip side of that is that means we'll release more exclusives at con. So there'll be more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exclusives at con for things. We'll still have the shirts and stuff for people to buy, but just the pickups slow us all down. And sometimes we don't have them. And that's literally today was the day I cleaned up Comic-Con. Like, because now that we've got all the raccoons and everything shipped, like now I can run an open order report to see what I'm missing. And today's the first day I was able to do that and see what we're missing. We have 26 t-shirts we're missing. Out of 3,000 orders, we only messed up there like 26 of them. So that's pretty good.
That's incredible.
But it's hard because we couldn't get to it until today. So like today's the first day I got to it. So it's literally this list right here that I got to order when I get off this call with you guys and get them rolling, because then we can close everything out. But just there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of fun things happening for Comic-Con that we are already kind of starting on. But January 1st we'll go all the way into it. So, but we just wanted to get like the raccoons done and Rupert done and some of that stuff done and out the door, so we can kind of reset and get things ready to go. So, but we are probably going to be busting out some of the archive stuff. Just because we're finding things. Like we found a box of old Toddland Christmas stuff today. And we're like, put it up. Like, we've got it. Let's go. So it's good. But yeah, a lot of people are ordering Santas today, which is great. So we're trying to ship same day now. So if we get the order before noon, it can usually go same day. If not, it'll usually go the next day. It just kind of depends on what we get and when we get it.
I feel bad you were sitting on so many Santas.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of Santas left because we bought more than we thought. We bought less than we did of like the mammoths and the other things. We want to make sure we don't run out. But the issue is the window for selling Santa is very short. So part of what we do here too is I'm one of the we also work on that project Santa on a Panda. So we do that Santa on a Panda project too. And then we just took that site offline, and then we're going to be selling the Santa on a Panda record in the book this year on Toddland site. So tonight I got to put that on our site tonight to get that up and running, because people are asking, because we took the other site down because it's getting made into a movie. So now we're kind of putting that stuff on hold now. But we've got to do it really quick because it's already December 2nd. And you've only got like a 2-week selling window for Christmas.
Because the USPS closes and.
Well, yeah, it closes pretty quick. Nobody wants Christmas stuff after Christmas, and before Thanksgiving, nobody really wants to buy Christmas stuff. So like they'll put it out in October, but you've really only got like December 1st through December 15th ish to sell stuff. So anything you do for Christmas, it sits because you don't really sell much of it for the rest of the year. So like for our Pride stuff, that sells year round. It doesn't matter for us. But for the holiday stuff, like Thanksgiving is a tight window. Halloween's a tight window. So we just didn't have time this year to do a lot of the stuff that we wanted to do. But we're switching a lot of things for next year to try to fix that. So we're a very small company, and we got really, really busy this year because we did like 1,500 of the sweatshirts, 1,500 mammoths. There's like 4 or 5 reorders on the mammoths. The sweatshirts kept getting delayed. So it's tricky right now because now we're racing next year because we don't know what will happen with tariffs and imports and stuff after January 20th. And then also Chinese New Year starts January 25th. So Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, shuts everything down for like a month. So end of January through middle of February-ish, nothing gets done. Like anything overseas gets stopped.
That's why it's hard to do Valentine's Day stuff, because it's just getting it made in time.
Yeah, because we'd want to have it pre-ordered just to make sure that everybody gets exactly what they want and stuff, like for pins and stuff. But the issue is the window doesn't work. Like you need a pre-order for Valentine's Day now. And everybody just got out of Halloween mode, just got out of Thanksgiving mode. They're in Christmas mode right now.
Yep.
New Year's nobody cares about, and then the last thing they want to think about is Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. And I'm like, nope, I'm already ordering for Comic-Con and next Christmas. Like, we're a year out. So it's kind of tricky to do that. So yeah, we're working on some stuff, but it's yeah, with us adding new shows, there's a lot going on. So King of the Hill, I don't know what everybody else knows. I think they announced 3 of the titles online, but I don't think they've announced a date yet or shown anything.
No, and our buddy Paul Scarlatta, who's working on Big Mouth and King of the Hill, he's been showing stills every now and then when he can, but that's all I've seen really.
Yeah, because that's the tricky part is like we know everything a year out. I just don't know what everybody else knows, so we just don't say anything. So like there will be a bigger push. There'll probably be a bigger push for King of the Hill at Comic-Con this year and more stuff because it all did really well. So
no, it was fun.
Yeah, and then Futurama will go huge for us this year. So we tested it, and we're gonna have some fun. So we were on the phone with them the other day, and yeah, there's a lot of fun things happening. So and then Solar Opposites is great. Like we love them, so they're working on new stuff right now. Yeah, North the Wharf, we're gonna try to restock some of the old teas, and just kind of the goal right now is to try to keep everything in stock year round.
Yeah.
So it's just hard because we make so much stuff, but stickers are usually in stock, but we're working on stuff, so we'll see what we can do.
It could even be one of those, like, I know the stickers, we have so many all the time, sometimes, especially older, like, of just ones that people just always pick the same ones. They want, like, Bad Coochie Copy, Good Coochie Copy, and Wheelie, and those ones. It could almost be, like, the ones that you have a lot of. You could even put in a grab thing of, like, pick 2 or 3 for, like, this amount or whatever, just to try to reduce stock.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like we always try to keep the sticker stock because everybody buys a new laptop, they buy a new water bottle, they get a new car.
Yeah, and they're good. They stick.
No, sometimes you just want to put Ghost Boy on a sign.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to do that.
Yep, so we try to keep them all restocked. We have dropped a couple of them off. We did drop Nat in the inner tube at the water park just because we got the regular Nat in the pink. Yeah, sometimes we will drop a graphic. Every once in a while, like we're dropping the Louise hugging Coochie Copy. So that we're not going to carry forward anymore, but we have still got some of the t-shirts and stuff left. So that'll probably show up online this week.
Oh, nice.
The stuff that we have left.
Oh.
So that'll be, when it's gone kind of a thing. Cause we aren't going to rerun that graphic.
Glad I got mine.
Yep. So they'll be pink and blue. And I think we have a couple of the tote bags left. And I think we have a couple of the stickers left. So those will go up online probably this week as we have time. But yeah, there's a lot of moving parts over here right now, and we're racing deadlines because if stuff doesn't ship by the 16th, then it misses Christmas. And I think Hanukkah's the same day as Christmas this year. So that kind of compounds everything too. So
yeah, because you always do like the Burger of the Day Hanukkah pin and stuff like that too.
Yeah, and they just didn't happen this year because we just got really far behind with Comic-Con. With adding Solar was new, King of the Hill was new, Minecraft was new, and Futurama was new. So there was 4 new shows this year. And we had the hoodie, and we had 2 plush for Family Guy and a plush for Bob's. So between all that, we're just getting that sorted. And now that we're caught up, like literally I'm ordering the t-shirts tonight that we were missing from Comic-Con, which is pretty good. All the fans have been really, really cool about stuff. So it's been really good. Other than a couple that one of them returned a hoodie just absolutely covered in dog hair. And I'm like, that we can't really accept as a return. Like that's no, because I can't resell it. And then another one came in just completely smelling of cannabis yesterday. And I'm like, I can't, like, what do you want me to do with this? We can't resell it. So that's a problem. So like we had to destroy a couple of the hoodies that got returned to us. So we're like, that's kind of a bummer because people would kill for those hoodies.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've seen a lot of people in my group still mentioning the hoodies, like when someone posts a picture of it.
Yeah.
We may do another pre-order for those. Like, I think if we can get to about 300 on those, which shouldn't be a problem, I think we can do another pre-order on those. And then we do have another pre-order on the ears hats already. But they said we may not get them in time for WonderCon. And WonderCon's not till March 27th.
Yeah.
So that's what the factories look like already. So like if we do a reorder on the hoodies, they won't come in till April. And every single person who orders it will email us at least 10 times asking when they're getting them, even if it says April. So that's why we're kind of cautious to like do pre-orders anymore because it takes so much time to reply to all the emails. And we replied to every single one. But that's why we tried to get ahead of everybody with the plush and sent out the mass email when we knew. And that was good. We barely got any emails on that. Like everybody kind of understood. So it's going to be a mix of pre-orders and not pre-orders go forward with some things. Like all the burger wallets, everybody's all over us for right now. They're supposed to be here well before Halloween, and apparently the factory made them all in the wrong size. So our contact rejected them all, and they threw them out and they started over. So I saw pictures of them today, all in half. Like they're all a mess. They're sewing them. So because we're trying to get those in here by the 16th, because then they can still make Christmas for people. So everybody's all over those. But once those come in, they all got to get repackaged by us.
Yeah.
So like we put the stickers in, we put the cards in, we repackage the whole thing, we rewrap them all. We can't really ship them in bags because the boxes will get smashed. So they got to have custom boxes ordered for them. Like it's kind of crazy. But the good news is once they come in, that means we got the new wallet factory up and running. And that means we will probably bring back all the Bausburgers wallets.
Nice.
Yay!
So,
There's one. I've seen one online on eBay, and they want like $200 for it.
and it's not worth it because if you don't use those wallets, they disintegrate.
Yep, just like Jordan's.
Yeah, they're polyurethane. So like if you can use it every day for like 5 or 6 years and it's fine. But if it sits on a shelf and you don't touch it, as soon as you touch it, the whole thing will disintegrate. So the old ones aren't really worth buying. That's what we're trying to tell people with the new burger wallet. Like we'll always have them, but only buy one. Only buy one for you, and when it wears out, buy another one. Don't buy like 10 of them and put them on the shelf because they'll go bad. So that's the tricky part. That's the tricky part with us with wallets is we don't want to over order them because if they sit in the warehouse for 6 months, in California it's hot, they get dry, then they're brittle by the time we ship them out and they fall apart. So that's why when people are like, have you got wallets in the archive? We're like, we do, but they don't work. Like they're cool to frame, but you can't use them.
Yeah. Because I still like use mine.
Yeah, as long as you use it, you're fine.
Yeah,
like,
my burger wallet's still good after 4 years.
Yeah,
3 years.
They work fine.
My ice cream sandwich one lasted, I think, for 3.5 years. And that was some pretty heavy wear and tear.
Yeah, and that one will be right back. The first two that are coming back are the burger and the ice cream sandwich. So those will both be restocked, and I think we're bringing in like 300 of each of those, so they should last a little while. So there won't be like a panic to get them the second they come out. But we're just trying to get them in time for holidays.
Speaking of wallets and stuff,
yeah,
I like to randomly Google Toddland exclusives to see what I can find online if it's something I don't have. I saw a picture from, I think, 2017 of a Coochie Kopi coin purse. Did you actually ever make that?
Yeah.
I've never seen one. Like a picture, like the picture was a graphic.
Yeah,
it wasn't even a real picture.
I've never seen it in real life.
Yeah, no, I've got some. We have a lot of random stuff around here. Like, I have a whole box of just stuff that the whole cast signed that we don't know what to do with. That's just sitting here. I think Kristen might have signed one of those too, but I haven't seen any of those in a while because those are in the old archive and we haven't opened that one yet. But yeah, no, those did exist. Those were a thing.
If they ever come back, I need to get one for my daughter.
I think we'll redesign them. Because right now one of the things we're working on is Louise's purse. So Louise has that Coochie Kopi purse.
Yeah.
So we're working on that right now and seeing if we can get it right.
Nice.
So a lot of this stuff comes down to a lot of things are in development, but some things just don't come out right.
Yeah.
So we have 2 different Mr. Businesses right now that just aren't turning out the right way in plush. So we put them on hold until I have time to go through and redo them all. But yeah, sometimes it takes, I think for the raccoon, it took us seven samples to get it right. It takes a while. And if it's not right, we won't release it. So, and I know some people don't love the teeth on Little King Trash Mouth, but it's not that big of a deal. The teeth are fine. Yeah, it's fine. The crown's really cute. Everybody likes the little button you get with him.
And the card.
And the card's cute. Yeah, I mean, it's Toddland.
Yeah.
Like, it ships in a green mailer.
Perfect.
It has a green card. It has a green button. Like, he has the crown. Like, it's all right. Like, when you get the Family Guy stuff, it's all wrapped in gold tissue paper. The card's gold. You get the matching button with the plush. Like, it's all the stuff that we do that nobody else does.
It's the little things that are really important. And as fans, I think your fans in particular know it and come to now almost expect it.
Which is good. We want them to. Like, there should be a card and there should be a little thing. That's why when we posted the picture of him online, there was a mutiny. Everybody's like, where's this crown? And we're like, it's there. We're just not showing it. Because this way, when everybody gets it, then they can see the crown and stuff. And that's why we never...
personal surprise, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why we never post the button or the postcard. So we never post those for what people are getting with them, because that's part of the fun and part of the surprise. So like when we were shipping wheelies, like we were debating, like, do we ship, is it a chicken button or is it the wheelie button? So now when you still order a wheelie, you still get the wheelie button and the wheelie insert. Because when we order them, we order enough to go with everything. So we try to match everything up. So when you get the Louise hoodie, it ships in a pink bag because it's Louise, and then you get a Louise button and you get a Louise card, and all kind of goes together. So
I didn't even think of that with a pink bag. When I remember getting it, and I'm like, he changed bag colors. That's weird.
yeah, Louise ships in pink because of her ears.
Makes
Wheelie
sense.
Mammoth ships in purple because he's always on purple. And then Santa always ships in red plaid. And then Little King Trash Mouse ships in green because that's the color of the building, and that's what the dumpster is on the other one. So there's a method to my madness, like between every little thing that's being thought out over here. Because then, like, if we know a package goes missing, then hey, you're missing a big bright green one. Hey, Santa's in red plaid. Like, because then we know what shipped where for them to tell their mail carrier to look for it.
Yep.
So plus if they're like a boring color, then they get lost. And we try to ship things in the smallest packaging possible because it's less likely to get stolen. So that's kind of why we do it. Like all the Family Guy Plus ship in boxes, just because they can't be crushed and tumbled around because Rupert's metallic gold, so he can't really be. He'll get scratched. His fabric will get scratched, so he can't really get tumbled around in a poly bag. Where Little King Trash Mouth, all it does is fluff him up even more. So when he ships, like him and the Mammoth get fluffed up more when they get shipped around. So,
And they both fit in my mailbox.
that's good. That's amazing because the Mammoths are pretty big.
They are.
And yeah, and we have a normal size mailbox. I was actually surprised Little King went in the mailbox today. I was expecting the mail carrier to walk it up to the porch.
Yeah, well, and we try to do them in bright colors too, because then people will notice them. Unfortunately, porch pirates notice them too. We're pretty good. Out of as many orders as we've shipped this year, we only had a couple get stolen, which is really good. There's not much we can do about it. Once it delivers, it delivers. But we try to just to tell people, like, hey, ship this somewhere it won't get stolen. Like, send it to the office or send it to your parents' house or send it somewhere where you know it's safe, kind of a thing. Because stuff gets stolen and then we don't have any more of it. So that's the issue. So some stuff we can bring back if we don't limit it. Like we are restocking the building pins. So the restaurant and the building next door will be restocked in about 2 weeks. Trying for before Christmas, but we don't know if it'll happen. Because the goal is to always run those. And then
If you don't have it,
there you go.
I love this is one of my favorite pins.
And then we were supposed to do the restaurant decorated for Christmas, and then Mort's decorated for Hanukkah for the ones for holiday this year.
Nice.
Because Mort's is supposed to be next. We just didn't have time. So Mort's will probably be next, and then we'll probably do Jimmy Pesto's.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll probably move on to like the art studio. So we'll start working on. We'll eventually get to we'll start working on like the whole street. We'll get everybody in there. Because the van pins are still crazy successful. The termites might be they termite be giants is our best one so far because all the They Might Be Giants fans bought them.
Yeah.
So now the Bob's fans
It's
are
a
having a
good
hard time
one.
finding them because it ended up on a TMBG Reddit post, and they all rushed to the site. And like one day we sold like 30 of them. And I was like, this is so weird. Why are we selling this all of a sudden? And it's because the They Might Be Giants fans bought them all.
Mine shipped a couple days ago.
That's because it was probably put aside. So, yep. Yeah, because that's we sold out of that one. So we're short one out of all the orders that we need to ship. We're missing one, and I have to find it. So there's probably one here somewhere. But yeah, like our inventory is a little off because with stuff getting stolen at Comic-Con and us taking things to New York and stuff, it just gets tricky. So that's why we always try to hold some stuff in reserve. And then stuff does come in damaged sometimes. So we do have to reprint.
Yeah.
We have to get other things. So like sometimes stuff happens. Like the factory will rush and they won't dry them long enough for the pins. And then the pins stick to the bags and then we get them in the day of the show and we can't sell them. So
yeah, or the colors are off. Remember we had that one bag and it was just all off.
yeah, we had blue zebras. I got a whole bag here of blue zebras instead of the white ones with Gene and the zebras. And then we're doing cast and crew gifts for one of the shows, and it's a 4-pack of pins, and they came in today, and one of the colors is wrong. The factory did the wrong color.
Ooh.
So now they're rushing one of the 4 pins to fix it because they're wrong. So we have to pull that pin off all of them, put the new one on, repackage them all, destroy all the old ones. It's a lot because you're like, it's a lot. So yeah, Christmas is a little nutty around here. The good thing is it's usually over by December 1st because by then you're either doing it or you're not.
Yeah.
So that's why like we're starting to work on things now, and all the booth allotments for Comic-Con and stuff came out last week. So we know a lot already of what's going to happen for next year. And it's going to be different than we've ever done it before. All in a good way, but a lot of changes. It's going to be a little, yeah, I'm a little scared of it. So it'll be good, but we're going to be bigger than we've ever been before. So it's, yeah, that's all I can say because we're still working on details and things, but like we're trying to do, I really want to incorporate motion into the booth this year. So I really want like a Bob like coming up, like, oh my God, like with his hands, like I want like motion on top of the booth. I want like the kids popping up and stuff. I want Futurama to have its own space. I want Bob's to have its own space. So there's a lot of fun stuff going on.
Yeah, it'd be
right
cool
now
to have a
that we're
Planet
working on
Express
to
for
try to go
Futurama.
with things. That's likely what we would do. Yeah, like we would likely do that. The problem is the building's a weird shape.
It is a weird
So
shape.
it's like a rectangle with like a tall rectangle. So like doing that is a little tricky. We could pull it off. But yeah, there's some things we're working on and playing with, and some things we're trying to push through that I don't know if we're going to be allowed to do or not. Like there's a scene in Family Guy where all the Family Guys are standing in front of the fence like King of the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do that because that makes total sense for us. And
Yes.
then
It's
I
a
want
good
to,
photo shot too.
I don't know if we can do I don't know if we're still going to be doing old King of the Hill or new King of the Hill. Because it looks different now because it's a new show. So all the drawing and stuff's different and the characters have aged. So we don't know right now when the release date is for it and when they're going to start showing new stuff to the fans. So we can't pre-sell the new art if it hasn't debuted yet.
Yeah.
So if the new art's out, we're selling the old art. It's just kind of a tricky situation. So yeah, that times 12 shows or whatever we're doing now. We added another show for this year too. So there is another one. I'm not sure if we're going to bring them to Comic-Con or not, but they will have an online presence. So, but yeah, we
Will
can't
it
say what that
be-
one is yet. The contract's signed, but I can't say what it is.
Okay. Is it going to be a show that we're going to be seeing, or is it going to be like debuting at Comic-Con?
No, it's already out.
Okay.
Like it's already out. They've got, I don't even know how many seasons they have. A lot. Like it's an established show. It's not The Simpsons. But it's an established show. That it makes sense that we're doing it. So, I mean, with everything we're doing, like all of our shows are Hulu or Fox or Disney Plus. So, and we're all pretty much in the animation world. So there are a few things that we're trying to play with right now that we don't know if we can do or not. Like, I just don't know how much we want to bite off.
Yeah.
Because I think we could do what we do in the shadows really well.
Oh, yeah.
I think we would crush it with that. So, that's a different booth. That has to be its own whole thing and macabre.
Oh, very.
Thing.
Yeah.
And like we would go very Toddland into that. So we're working on that because it's still a FX show, so we can potentially work with them. But we're playing with that, and I might be bringing Toddland back, like what we originally started doing before licensing. Right now, like our goal for 2025 is more fun. So that's kind of what we're going for. Like people need Toddland to be more Toddland right now.
Yes.
So they need us to put the hammer down and just to be more fun and have a good time. Because we can't control what's happening in the world right now. Or, I mean, I haven't watched the news since November because I don't care. Like there's nothing we can control. And like, that's why we all switched over to Blue Sky. Because you can just control your own echo chamber and people just aren't screaming all day. And I mean, we're a fun little wallet company that makes Bob's Burger stuff. Like I don't want to hear about some of these topics on that feed.
Nope.
Like kind of a thing. And it's not from the fans or anything. It's just the algorithm forces us to look at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore.
No.
So on Blue Sky, it's just so much happier. So we're just all over there right now. And Instagram's pretty good because we'll get on and post and we'll look at who we're following and stuff. But yeah, we're trying to be that one little speck of fun for the day when you order it or when you get it in the mail. Of none of that matters.
Yeah.
Like if a $10 pin makes you happy or a $28 t-shirt makes you happy or a plush stuffed animal that you got stokes you out, that's what we want to be. We don't want to, we obviously have a political stance and we're obviously feel one way towards things, but you don't come to us for that. You come to us because we're good people and we make fun things. And that's kind of what it is. So there's a few things changing, like Pride for this year. It will still do the donation. It gets better, like we always do, but things will be phrased a little differently this year. Just in terms of like legal things.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to be doing bigger things and more fun things, and there'll be a lot more going on. We're trying to separate days out too, or maybe it's like a Family Guy Fridays.
Ooh.
And maybe we do Minecraft Mondays. Like we're going to try to separate some stuff out, but it's a fine mix of not burning everybody out. Like you don't want to order something from Toddland every single week. You don't want to be following the website all the time. That's why we don't have an email blast, because they're annoying. Like the ones we got for we only basically send a blast out if something's delayed. So even if you've signed up for our email list, we don't really use it. Because I got 500 emails for Black Friday and Cyber Week.
Same.
And I'm like, at that point, you just stop reading them. So that way, when we do send you a Toddland email, it's funny because like MailChimp got a hold of us because anytime we send out a blast, I think the average open rate is like 8% when you send an email blast or something. And ours is always between 80 and 90%. Because
it's like you never do it, so it's more like you need to.
Yeah, and we'll always put something in the title like order delayed or Toddland order or like something like that, so you'll open it. But that's the thing is like so much of it goes into the void, and it costs so much money to send those emails. Like that's not free. Like you pay per user to send those emails out. So if we send an email blast out to 1,500 people on a hoodie, like why didn't you send like 3 of these? And I'm like, because do you know how much it costs to send it 4,500 times? Like it's not like a penny a user. Like it's a lot. So because they give you all the analytics and all the data and stuff for it, and we don't pay attention to it. We just see how many people opened it. So
yeah, because that's more important.
Yeah, but our whole goal is to have more fun. So we want to have more fun. We want to be the fun ones for everybody. So when they see us at Comic-Con, they're excited. We don't want to be stressful for anybody. We want to make all the fun stuff people want. We don't want to run out of t-shirts. Pins and stuff will still sell out, but our goal isn't to panic anybody to do things. And like when we do things, it's very kind of last second. Like, oh, the Louise stuff. Yeah, I might put it up tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. When we do it, we'll do it. Like kind of a thing. And like Wheelie Wednesday, yeah, we'll probably do Wheelie Wednesday. Like we'll put another case of them up. I think there's 20 per case. And then we'll keep shipping Santa every day. And then I know you guys are giving away Santas, which is awesome. So that's cool because you get one and your friend gets one. So that's pretty cool.
Exactly.
So that's pretty
and
fun.
that's on Blue Sky, everybody. So check it out. As long as you follow us and Toddland, you have a chance to get it. You just have to enter and follow the rules, please.
Yep, because we're on there. From North to Wharf's on there. I saw Bob's Burgers is up on there now too. So a lot of the shows have moved, and a lot of the sports scenes are moving, and all the celebrities are moving too. Just because if there's somebody on your feed you don't like, you just block them, and then you never hear from them again. There's no ads thrown in your face. Like I promise you, we don't work for Blue Sky, but it's just a happier place.
It's just nice not seeing the same person's post 1,000 times because they happen
and that person
to,
we blocked forever ago. And it's just it's very toxic over on Twitter where it used to be really fun. And Instagram's great, but there's so many ads on Instagram now, it's almost unusable. It's like watching YouTube. Like you can't watch YouTube anymore because there's an ad every 15 seconds. You're like, you guys have made this stuff totally not like I just won't watch things on YouTube anymore because it stops in the middle of it. And then it gives me 90 seconds of unskippable ads. Like I already pay for Amazon Prime and now you're throwing ads at me. I'm like, dude, we just get burnt out on it. So I don't think I've ever purchased anything from on a YouTube ad. Like
Nope.
even if it's a big company, I'm like, if anything, it just makes me not like your company.
Yeah. Usually it's during music too, and I'm like just trying to do my thing, and I'm just like, well, that just took me out.
Yeah.
So I'm more angry at the ad.
Yeah, or I'm playing video games and I need to. It's Elden Ring, so I need to get online and figure out like how to do things. And you're doing it like in the middle of it. It's like, oh, and the new Isuzu's out. You're like, I'm done. I'm turning the PlayStation off. I don't even care right now. So, but you find rad things like this sweater on there because the Simpsons guy posted it, and I was like, I need that.
That's usually like if Instagram could go back to just like how it used to be. It was so nice and so easily just you could see everything you wanted to see and find people who you wanted to find.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you still every once in a while I get fed up with it. Because I'll forget to click on followers up on the top left. Because if you click on like following on the top left, it gets rid of everybody you're not following. It gets rid of the suggested.
Ooh.
So that's the trick to Instagram. So if you're on Insta, I can tell you right now what it is. Yeah, so when you log into your Instagram and you look at it, if you click on Instagram on the top left, it says following. If you click on following, it'll only show you posts from people you're following. But you have to do it every single time.
Oh.
So when you open it, it'll do that, but that gets rid of a lot of that stuff. You'll still get an ad, but you just don't get the stuff that they think you'll like. So
Yeah.
like I haven't posted on Facebook in over a month, and Facebook just keeps sending me alerts all the time. They're like, hey, there's cool stuff on Facebook you might like, and somebody posted, you might want to read that. Like it's almost like desperate. Like, hey, we broke up. Like stop notifying me that there's stuff on there. Like we broke up. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
but yeah, we want to.
We've ever been on X is literally because Lauren's on X. Other than that, we don't follow anybody else. We check if Lauren posts anything, or if we have a question, we'll send him that, and that's it. Because really, there's no reason to get on that.
No, and the thing is anybody who's getting off of it, don't delete your account. It's better to just leave it up because then people can't get your domain and claim to be you.
Yeah.
So that's the main issue is keep your account up. I mean, we're still using it for now just because we got so many followers and not everybody's migrated yet. We're not using it as much. We're posting mainly on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. And then every once in a while, we'll throw something on Twitter just because we don't want the fans to not know about it. But everybody's going to kind of just leave them up as dead accounts because then it messes up the algorithm.
Huh.
So as everybody leaves, they're getting less and less engagement because the trolls aren't really coming over to Blue Sky because they're not tolerated. So if you're a bad actor on Blue Sky, they just ban you completely. And then if they come at you and they're trying to start a fight with you on one of your posts, you just block them and they're gone forever.
Yeah.
So like that's the issue right now is like there's no vitriol or hatred because you're just like, oh, you're calling, okay, bye, and then it's over. Like there's no back and forth, and that's what Twitter survives on is the angst and the anger and like the trolls. And now that that's all, everybody who is getting picked on is leaving, the bullies don't really have a lot to do. So that's fine. Like go ahead. So
start bullying each other.
Yeah, we're posting on it less and less just because there's 5,000 people that follow us there and 200 on Blue Sky. So like we still want people to know what we're doing. But that's why like doing the giveaway with you guys on Blue Sky is cool. Because there's an incentive to come over there, so
we're really excited because like we went over there today and I started following and liking things. I was like, it's so much more, as you said, just nice.
Yeah, it's just friendly.
I didn't get like bombarded with anything that I didn't want to like have to read or look at. I was just like, oh, it's just Bob's stuff.
Yep. Or in the morning or before you go to bed, you can just scroll through your feed because that's the only thing is it doesn't push things you'll like into your feed. It's posted chronologically like it used to be on Twitter. So that's the only thing is like you can just scroll down and be like, oh, that's all of them for the day for my friends. I'm good. And you're done. You saw everything. You didn't miss anything.
That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool. Like, I mean, as a business, it's going to hurt us because we're not pushed. But we also don't buy ads on Twitter and stuff. But we will start running ads now on Facebook and Instagram once we start reorganizing things. And we're going to do it by show, probably. So I'm working on a whole redesign of the website because we've had the same website for like 15 years now. And I'm trying to make it user-friendly a little bit more. But everybody's on their phones. So it doesn't matter how good the site looks because it's totally different on your phone.
As long as it's mobile-friendly, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll look cool on the computer because I'm old and I use the computer. But everybody shops on iPads and phones. So, but yeah, that's our whole goal for next year is to make more fun stuff. and then try to get more of a year-round presence going with things. It's just tricky because trying to balance having a life and then trying to balance, we have to keep all the fans happy. We have to keep all the factories happy. And then we got to keep all the cast and the crews of each individual show happy. And we also work with Fox, Disney, and Microsoft. And we have to keep them happy. And it's me that has to keep all those people happy. So
no pressure.
It's a lot, and design. So like, and we have to design stuff too. And like, I'm not an artist, like I'm just creative director. So like, we actually have other artists doing things. So like, we kind of are splitting things up a little bit too now to be like, okay, you're the artist for us that works on King of the Hill. You're the artist for us that works for Solar, because then it takes off some of the stress from our art team too, to focus on the things they want to do. But yeah, like we're trying to do some new things that we haven't done before. So, yep. So, yeah,
it's very exciting.
That's where we're at.
I'm excited for it. I know you said you wanted it to be fun this year, so I'm looking forward to what you've got.
We just want to give everybody a good experience. So we just want everybody to have fun. We don't want it to be stressful. We want to ship things on time. That's why we're trying not to do pre-orders as best we can. Comic-Con will be pre-orders. And then what we'll do is we'll do Comic-Con exclusives that you can only get at Comic-Con, but then we'll probably specifically set aside like 100 of each for after Comic-Con for people to get. So that way, even if you don't go to Comic-Con, you can get some. So, yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. Me and my stupid, sexy Flanders sweatshirt and my new
There's
Futurama.
Nothing stupid about it. It's amazing.
My new Futurama book that I got.
Oh yeah, I have that ordered.
It's amazing. Amazon shipped it like a week before it was due, and then I got my. If you haven't gotten one of these yet, I highly recommend picking up the Krusty doll. Like,
ooh.
I see that at Target. I keep thinking about it.
He's good. Like, because the old one's like $300. You can't get him. And this one, the box is kind of better. So, yeah. But yeah, we're working on more plush, and Saggy Naggy was supposed to come boxed like that, but it just didn't work out that way. So, Little King Trashmouth was originally supposed to ship in a box that was a dumpster. So I was excited about that. Yeah, it was supposed to come in a box that was a dumpster, and the whole thing was cardboard and brown. And then when you got it, you could unfold it and fold it backwards, and then it was the dumpster. So that way the art didn't get worn off when it shipped. So you could flip it around, and he would sit in it and come out with it. The issue is we just didn't have time. And when you do custom boxes, you need to order like 5,000 of them.
Yeah.
So like it ends up being a lot in a box that size to fit the raccoon in is hard. And then also one of the big issues is they're $35. So they're like 40 with shipping because it's $5 to ship. They're under a pound. Once you go over a pound on shipping gets really expensive. We'd have to charge like $10 to ship. So the box would probably push it over a pound. So it would cost way more to sell them. So like, there's reasons we kind of do what we do, like for that kind of stuff. But yeah, he was originally supposed to come in a dumpster because I thought it was adorable. Yeah. And there was supposed to be a variant. You were supposed to be able to get Gary too. So maybe like 1 out of 6 would have been Gary. But yeah, we still may do Gary as a Comic-Con exclusive. We're not sure.
Someone was asking.
People have been asking.
Diablo. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's 4 of them. We always think there's 3, but there's 4 because we always forget about El Diablo is the one we always forget about.
Because I know someone brought up Pudding Snatcher and then the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Thought that'd be a good exclusive. Have her and then the separate babies for Conan.
That'd be cute. I mean, it was we did the 3 raccoons in the dumpster for the pins. And those sold out. So you got, I think, Little King Trashmouth and Gary together, and then I forget what the other one was. I think it was Big Baby Pudding Snatcher in the dumpster. But it was funny because we had to call Bob's because we got the art, and I'm like, which one's which? And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, we know which one Little King Trashmouth is, and they all look different. Like they're 4 different raccoons, and they all look different. I'm like, we know which one Little King Trashmouth is because there'll be scenes of just him out in the alley, and Linda will be talking to him, so we know which one he is. So we got him right. But the other ones, they're always out there together, so you don't know which one's which. So we had to call the show, and we're like, hey guys, who is who? And they're like, you know what? I don't even know if we know. And I'm like, yeah, because you always draw them together. And they're like,
Pudding Snatcher.
let me get back to you. So we figured it out, like by process of elimination, which one's which. But yeah, but even then it was like, oh, we know there's 4 of them, but I don't know which one is which. Like, so yeah,
I feel like
fun things like that start to happen.
Pudding Snatcher's one you could probably tell because she has the notch in her ear, and she's the only one that has that.
But I think that's the only way they know. I think that's something they did to help. El Diablo's got like more spikier hair, but like I think Gary's the hard one because Gary just looks like a normal raccoon.
Yeah,
there's nothing really different about Gary and Little King Trashmouth, really.
Well, and we have those 2 on the sticker where they're eating the wedding cake with 2 grooms.
Mm-hmm.
Which that sticker still sells amazing for us because it's just subtle enough. Like it's a pride sticker, but it's not. It's kind of like the Sloppy Bear Bob. Like it's a pride sticker, but it's not. Like, yeah. But that's we'll keep doing the stickers. We'll keep adding all those and more burgers of the day and stuff. But I don't know if we'll do St. Patrick's Day this year or not. Probably not because we'll be getting ready for WonderCon. And then adding a new show. And adding a new show is a lot of work for us because it's a new art style. And then it's a whole new legal team and it's a whole new everything. So yeah, but yeah, we start building booths January 1st. So it's pretty wacky.
Well, I want to thank you for coming back on and talking about Toddland because for us, me and Adam enjoy it immensely and just listening to people and seeing what they're writing here. Love what you do, so keep doing it, dude. We are very excited for this year's Comic-Con and what it's going to bring. So
yeah, no, I mean we appreciate it. Without the fans, we're nothing. Like that's what we do it for. And everybody's like, you guys are so nice, and you're like, we're actually not that nice. Just everybody else isn't. Like we consider it just normal. They're like, you reply to our emails. I'm like, everybody doesn't. Like that's what you're supposed to do. Or they're like, hey, I lost this pin I had forever ago. Do you have it? I'm like, I don't know. Let me look in the drawer. Yeah, we got it. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. They're like, you're so nice. And I'm like, I just opened a drawer. Like
I did the bare minimum.
Yeah. And everybody's like, you're amazing. And I'm like, we are really nice over here. And we just want to treat everybody like we think they should be treated as fans. And that's why we keep adding shows. And that's why people keep doing things. And the shows trust us with stuff, which is really, really cool.
Speaks to that. They trust you and they seek you out.
Yeah, because we're like, here's the hang tag for Little King Trashmouth. Here's the crown I want to put on him. Because we emailed him and we're like, hey, is there a crown in the show other than the one from the Sofa Queen? Like, because I'm like, we're going to use that one because it's the only on-model crown we got. And they're like, no. Bob had a crown on when they did Hamlet. When they did Fish Odor's play, Bob has a crown. Or like, let's use that one. Because Bob would have thrown it out. And they're like, it's perfect. So that's how Little King Trashmouth got that crown, is he found Bob's crown in the dumpster. So that's like a little Easter egg on the whole thing. We wrote it on the back of the card. I don't know if people read it, but that was kind of one of those fun little Easter eggs for us. Like, oh, he's got a crown because he's a king. You're like, actually, that's Bob's crown from the Fish Odor play. So we always try to weave in like little secret things. So, but yeah, but we love you guys. We love all the fans. Yeah, we don't want to be the stressful part of anybody's day. We want everybody to have fun. And just be the little escape from reality while we all get through whatever this is. So,
well, we appreciate you immensely, and you guys, thanks for all your questions and feedback and stuff like that. If you have other questions for us or for Todd, you can always just send us a message directly on Instagram and stuff, or on Blue Sky, or wherever you're, following us. And it's probably a good spot for us to end too. So, because it's getting a little late for everybody. So, on behalf of me, Adam, and Todd, this is another episode of From the Great North of Wonder Wharf, your unofficial one-stop destination for bento box information. So, good night, everybody. And here's the new outro. Kudos to Mike for putting this one together. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.